Here is the Elizabeth Line station of West Ealing, and we're going to be heading along the Greenford branch line by Great Western Railway. This is the westbound platform, and this is the eastbound platform map. And here's the small branch line to Greenford. It's operated by GWR. And today there have been delays on the Elizabeth line because of a stupid ventilation problem in the core section. Well, if there are delays in the core section, why can't they operate the west normally? I mean, east is closed. Why can't they operate the west normally? I mean, Paddington they have as a terminus. They can just operate that normally by moving into the mainline platforms. And because of that delay, I had to Uber myself here.
Currently between Southall and Hanwell.
Yeah, the delays have returned to normal. Thank God. My train is at 2:45. That's in 10 minutes.
T35 Elizabeth Line, service to Abbeywood via Canary Wharf. Calling at Ealing Broadway, Acton Main Line, Paddington, Bond Street, Tottenham Court Road, Abbeywood. This train is formed of 9 coaches. This train is currently at Hanwell. Elizabeth Line, service to Abbeywood via Canary Wharf. Calling at Ealing Broadway, Acton Main Line, Paddington, Bond Street, Tottenham Court Road, Farringdon, Liverpool Street, Whitechapel, Canary Wharf, Custom House, Woolwich and Abbeywood. This train is formed of 9 coaches.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform. If you would like assistance boarding one of our trains, please ask a member of staff. We're happy to help.
It is really packed because there are delays on the line still.
Update. This Saturday, there will be no service between
Here's the West Ealing to Greenford Shuttle service, and it is formed of 2 coaches. It's a class 165.
Replacement buses will operate.
These only operate on the Thames Valley lines and some regional services around West Country.
Main Line, West Ealing or Hanwell. Speak to a member of staff.
This has been operating normally since the Lizzie line delay started this morning.
And use TfL Go or nationalrail.co.uk to check before you travel.
Class 165 train. Here we are leaving West Ealing.
The next station is Drayton Green.
I want to get off at the next stop.
Greenford.
I want to get off at the next stop, Drayton Green.
We are now approaching Drayton Green.
The announcement comes a bit early on this train because this branch is only 3 miles long. And a journey on this entire line takes only 12 minutes, and there's only one train that runs on it, and it's this train. We got a level crossing here with boom gates. Drayton Green is round the corner. We're at London's former Leasey station, Drayton Green, and the tracks that curve off to the right go towards Hanwell, Southall, Reading, etc. No, that wasn't a train sign, that was just a car. And the tracks to the left are for the Greenford Shuttle service. And the speed limit for the tracks to the right is 25 miles an hour. And the tracks to the left are 15 miles an hour out of 20 miles an hour. That are actually that. Because you can tell, because it's a fraction symbol.
Here is a safety announcement. For your own safety, please ensure the brakes on pushchairs and wheelchairs are applied at all times from stationary on this platform.
Yeah, the station is really quiet. Like, there's no ticket office or any ticket machine. Like, there's no form where you can buy your tickets, but on the southbound platform towards West Ealing, there is a shelter, a bike rack, and on both platforms there are Oyster validators. And these are the steps that head up to the main road. So, if you look on the map, we are here, Greenford is up here, and you can change onto the Central line to head into the city. And you notice that this part of the line here is showing limited. Well, that's because during mornings and evenings, very late and early, some trains that run on the Greenford branch also head into Paddington. But formerly, before the Elizabeth line was a thing, all Greenford services would actually go into Paddington, but were cut back to West Ealing in 2017 to make way for the Elizabeth line. But there's only like 2 or 3 trains that still go towards London Paddington from Greenford. And this is the main road. The bridge is really rusty. Look at that. This is the main road that goes above the station. That's the station down below. On this bridge, you can get a good view of the station. Okay, so basically this is a travel tip. If you miss a train going south towards West Ealing, and if you really need to head into central London and hurry, you have to take the first train north and then just jump on the Central line to head into town. That is a little bit easier, and the same is true if you're actually going north and want to go into central London that way. And basically from the next station, which is Castlebar Park, you can just pick either side if you want to go into central London, either the Lizzie line or the Central line if you want to head into the town. And the station, when it first opened, this entire line, it was just all of the stations were just halts, platform halts. And when the A40 came along, they were converted into proper stations with facilities, etc. Okay, the platforms here at Drayton Green are long enough for a 2-car train only.
is... We are now approaching Castle Bar Park.
Please mind the step down from the train to the platform.
We are not getting off at Castle Bar Park. The station is not important. We're in this tunnel.
The next station is South Greenford. This is a Great Western Railway service to Greenford. We are now approaching South Greenford.
Please mind the step down from the train to the platform.
Okay, so in the trees in the distance, I think we'll see the central line pop up. Because we are quite close. There it is. We're at South Greenford Station. This opened in 1926 as a halt station, so it was called South Greenford Halt, and the noise you can hear is the A40, which flies by this road, by the station. I mean, and it is elevated, and the station is actually built on stilts, as you can see here, because one of the platforms actually sort of fell off in the 1990s.
Customers are reminded to mind the gap between the train and platform edge when boarding.
Okay, I thought that was a cancellation, but it was just a safety announcement. But anyways, now a lot of you may be wondering, why can't this line actually be closed? Well, it's actually a law that they practice here in the UK, because closing a line is actually really expensive. And, you know, there is a difference between physically closing a line or station and legally closing it. It's a similar thing to New Haven Marine Station, which is, I think, the most famous example of a station that's physically closed but legally closed. I'm pretty sure physically closed means that the station is not used, but trains do still stop there. And legally closed means that someone in like Parliament or something would have to like sign a form to have a contract or something to allow the station to actually be closed, to truly be closed, as a truthful answer rather than just a lie or just saying that it's physically closed. It's basically like experimental probability and theoretical probability. It just works in the same way. And it's also a reason why this line is open, and it is run by this sort of shuttle parliamentary service. But it's not really a parliamentary service, it's just a shuttle, but some people do refer to this as a parliamentary service. And now, speaking of parliamentary services, there was one that used to run along this line. It was a Wednesday-only Chiltern Railway service that ran at 11:17 in the morning from West Ealing all the way up to West Ruislip. And now, previously, the Chiltern Parliamentary Ghost Train used to run along the entire western branch of the Central Line, down towards Old Oak Common and into Paddington. But because of HS2 works at Old Oak Common, they removed a section of track, and that completely cut off access into Paddington entirely for the Chiltern train. So they made it divert along the West Ealing Greenford line instead. And unfortunately, that has now been axed by a rather foolish ghost bus, which I don't like. I don't get why they did this. I mean, how did they even go through this sort of legally closing a service process so quickly? Like, it takes a while for it to be done, and it's also really expensive. So I'm thinking that they should return the ghost train service for all train enthusiasts. I'm currently waiting for the next train up towards Greenford, where I can take the tube back home. And this is the other least used station on this line. I think Castlebar Park is, the most used on this branch line. But anyway, I'll be waiting for the next train to Greenford. There's not much going on here. I mean, there is a racetrack on this side, and an estate of houses on the other side with the Wembley Arch behind the tree.
For your own safety, 51 Great Western Railway service to Greenford.
Yeah, I'll be taking the next train up to Greenford, which is this one coming. Oh god, it's been such a long day for me. And once I take this train up towards Greenford, I'll just record a footage at Greenford and then some footage at Greenford, and then I'll end the video. Because I'll be taking the tube home.
The next train to arrive at platform 2 will be the 1533 Great Western Railway service to West Ealing. This is the service from Greenford.
There's the tube. You can see the tube in the distance. I don't think anyone has ever gotten this before.
Calling at Greenford only. This train has 2 coaches.
Okay, here's the A40 highway. And this was the thing that led to the conversion into a proper station instead of a halt. By that I mean South Greenford Station was converted because of the A40. We're going under the Central Line. The northbound track of the Central Line. From here I can just nip straight back into town. We're into Greenford. Alright, we are here at Greenford, finally. Oh, God.
The train now approaching is to West Lancet. Please stand back from the platform edge.
We got the Central Line. Arriving in, no?
Central Line platform 3. The next train to Epping will arrive in 2 minutes.
Okay. Now there is a dedicated track here for the Great Western Line, which has Spanish solution boarding, but for some reason, the doors don't open on that side of the platform. And for anyone heading up towards West Ricer, that is a big shame. I think the doors opening on the London-bound side is fine, but the other side they should really consider it. And here is the freight line where the Chiltern trains used to run on, the ghost train. And it still has all semaphore signals.
Central Line platform 3. The train now approaching.
I just found out that the track that's to the right is actually known as the New North Main Line. Ooh, weird name, New North Main Line. It's a main line that heads up to the north. Okay. We get the incline lift. Huh? I want to ride this. There's only one up or down button.
Please clear the doors, please.
Yeah, this was the first station in the entire UK to receive an inclinator.
Going down.
And it took the place of the tube's last wooden escalator that used to normally catches fire, especially in the King's Cross fire. And because of that, safety requirements were put in place to get rid of wooden escalators altogether. The reason why I'm heading down is because I want to break my journey here. And the ticket office. Okay. Just open. Thank you. And back inside. I think this might be the last place where TfL Rail is mentioned. Obviously that does not exist anymore. TfL Rail was a temporary brand of the Elizabeth line. When the Elizabeth line opened, any mention of TfL Rail is now gone, except for this sign here at Greenford. That's a fun secret that you don't notice now and then. And we're obviously on an escalator. The side where the incline lift was the original escalator. I think there should be an incline lift here as well, or maybe not. Train's in 2 minutes.
The next train to Westport.